Audio check, audio check. Alright, looks like we're live. Hey guys, welcome to another stream. I'm gonna be hopping onto the cockpit of an A-10 Warthog for this mission. This is gonna be my final stream for the week, and we are gonna be picking up where we left off from the Operation Piercing Fury campaign. So let me just check my levels. Looks like my microphone is, for some reason, coming in a little bit weak. How's this? Sound good? Okay, so let me adjust my seat here. Okay, so we are going to be picking up where we left off, like I said, from where we left off on the Piercing Fury campaign for DCS World, the A-10 10-2 Charlie version is the aircraft that we're going to be using. Lars Hansen says, sounds good. Thank you so much for confirming that. Anyway, so our mission for today is, to take over, doing a long-ish hop for tonight. We are going to be hopping over to Tbilisi in Georgia, which is 100 miles away from where we are. If you think about it from the perspective of what do you call this, like an F-18, it's not going to be that much of a hop. But for a Warthog that typically goes 200 knots per hour, 200 knots, maximum speed, not 200 knots per hour. That's going to be a longish hop. So let's get started, guys. Okay, so I'm going to get to my startup procedure here. We are going to be turning on battery power, inverter, APU generator, and I'm going to be turning on my APU. Okay, APU is pulling up. I'm going to do my startup procedures right this time. The last time I flew a Warthog, I did a lot of things wrong in the beginning, so I'm going to try not to make those mistakes again. So I'm going to flip on some lighting here because it's a little bit dark. I think the sim time here is around like 7:30 a.m. and there is some weather. I'm going to turn on my helmet-mounted cooling system as well, which is this one. And what else do I need to turn on here? Oh, anti-collision lights. There we go. And we're going to turn on nose illumination. All right. So CDU is now timing out. We need to get started on our engine startup process. Let me close the canopy. It's a little bit too noisy. And you know what? A good thing I noticed? Facebook finally allowed me to stream at 1080p. So if you're watching me on Facebook, you can actually now watch me at 1080p 60 FPS. So let's start our right engine. Engine start cycle. And let's take a peek at our right engine. Okay, there we go. It's starting up. So what else do we need to do here? We're going to now turn on a couple of other things here. CICU, Joint Tactical Radio System, and let's test our HUD. Oh, I don't need to test it. There we go. Should work. And now we're going to turn on our DDIs, or the proper term for them on the A-10 is, what do they call this? MFDs. So let's use night mode first because it's a little bit dark outside. It's blinding me. Turn on yaw SAS and pitch SAS on this side. What we're going to do is turning on anti-skid as well. Okay, so that's good. Engine start cycle on the right side is complete and confirm. That is already done. So we're going to turn on our left engine now. Moving the throttle idle on this right here. Okay, and there you see it. Engine start cycle indication. Good. Okay, so we're good there. We're now going to click the load all button on our MFD here so we can load our ordnance. There we go. And that would take some time to set up. I'm going to warm up my TGP. Evan Shawback has liked the page. Thank you so much, Evan. Arm my laser as well so that we're ready for that. We're going to set our takeoff trim as well. There we go. And we're going to set up our radios. So for our radios would go, this one should be on the AM frequency, transmitting. This should be on main. And this other one right here should be on FM. And we're going to set this to transmit. Lars Hansen has shared the stream. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. Okay, then flip down our mirrors so we can have a better situational awareness. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to set up our countermeasure suite. Michael Magat is like the stream. Maraming salamat, Michael Magat. Okay, so semi-automatic mode, missile warning system on, jammer on, radar warning receiver on, dispensers on. Okay, so we're good to go there. seat is not armed, so we're gonna do this. Arm the ejection seat. We're still waiting for our CDU to get aligned. So while I do that, let me walk you through the loadout that we have for this particular mission. So this is my preferred loadout. I mean, if I were to, be responsible for arming my my hog, and I didn't know what kind of mission we're going into, this is probably the most, I would say, like balanced loadout for the Warthog. So let's start from this wingtip right here. We have two X sidewinders. Again, we barely use these. Again, on the Piercing Fury campaign, we've only used this maybe once, because we had to take down a couple of helicopters in that dam mission. It's called Dam Rush, actually. But when you think about it, we barely use them. I would like, in the future probably to replace this with another Maverick. But at the same time, you never know, man. And the Hog is really not good for air-to-air combat. But at the same time, you never know what a mission could throw at you. So, I like to keep it there. Beside the Sidewinder, we have the Lightning Targeting Pod, which is what we're going to be using for target acquisition. We don't leave home without that if you're a hog driver. We have an infrared Maverick on this third hard point right here. On this side, we have our radar jammer. We have our advanced precision kill weapon system, which is the laser Hydras on the second pylon right here. And we have a laser Maverick. On the main fuselage, we have two GBU 54s or laser JDAMs. And we have two CBU 105s, which are cluster munitions. And on the centermost of the fuselage, centermost hardpoint of the fuselage, I should say, you have a GBU 12 guided bomb. Pretty balanced loadout, pretty good. And we're going to set that up too. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be switching to DSMS, or Digital Source Management System. And we're just going to check out, some of the parameters that we use for this weapon, so we're prepared, when we're, when we need to use it. So set up the GBU 12 first. We want to make sure that this is on CCRP mode. Better that way. Stacked. And our CBU 105s, we want this to be on CCRP mode as well. A-firm it is, so that's good. Now we need to check out our GBU 54s because they're laser guided munitions as well. We want this to be on CCRP mode too. Okay, so this is already on CCRP mode. That's good. AGM 65Ls, our advanced precision kill weapon system. This should be on CCIP, or continuously calculated impact point, and it is. That's good. And nothing else needs to be signed. It's configured here. So AGM 65K, this should be on CCIP mode as well. All right. The only thing I would want to change is the slew speed for the Mavericks, because the slew of the default, I guess, like Maverick screen would be, I would say a little bit sensitive. So I'm gonna change that to 1. Click that on there and change it here. I'm gonna align it, make adjustments. And it should align in a bit. Okay, so I think we should be good to go now. I'm going to be uncaging our artificial horizon as well, and we're going to set up our QNH here, so we can have accurate readings on our altimeter. So that was, I think this is it, 2976 if I remember correctly. So we are in the same airbase that we're going to be, or we have been using for the last couple of missions in this campaign. RA Abyss, that's like the stream. Thank you so much, sir. Anyway, guys, I think we should be good to go. Are we timed? Yeah, 4.0.08. We are timed. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to mirror the CDU on the screen. We're going to click on nav on this button right here, and that's good. And then what we can do now is turn on our EGI on this section right here. I like this on able, so I could be ready to use ILS and TACAN as well. Mario Zabalas like the stream. Thank you so much. All right, so another thing that I can do here is flip on this EAC, which I actually have a switch on my throttle, which is pretty convenient. There we go. So we're good to go. And what we're going to be doing now is asking permission to taxi to runway. Kotasi, request startup.
Kotasi, Hog 1-1, request startup.
Switching to TAD here.
Clear for startup.
And we're going to request taxi to runway.
Kotasi, Hog 1-1, request taxi to runway.
Turn on our taxi lights here. Okay, so I think we are in a different parking location, so I need to check where 25 is. Oh yeah, 25 is still on this side right here. So runway 25 is to my left. Okay, so we can get started. Nose wheel steering engage. Let me just do a final check on my my warning panel over here. No warning lights, so we're good to go. And we're going to begin our taxi to runway 25. Clear left, clear right.
Rolling.
Okay, if you just joined us, what we are going to be doing today is assisting a hostage rescue mission. So Tbilisi Airport, which is one of the biggest airports in that region of Georgia, has been taken over by enemy forces, actually rebel forces in this case. And our job is to provide close air support for the ground forces that are going to attempt to retake that base, or that it's not even a base; it's actually an airport, a civilian airport. And we are going to be working with multiple elements from the Air Force, the Army. I don't know if there are going to be Navy elements on this mission. But I know that obviously we are at a base where all of the fixed-wing aircraft for this campaign are originating from. So they're most likely are going to be sending out like F-15s or F-16s. On the ground, I'm sure we'll have the Army, Special Forces as well. Okay, so taxiing. We are a flight of 4 hogs in this mission. And again, thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be my final stream for this week. We are going to be back to regular programming next week. I'll be streaming thrice a week if I can. And typically in the middle of the week I go for shorter missions or shorter missions on both the F-18 and the A-10. And apparently I mislabeled this stream. It says on the stream that I am still playing like an F-18 campaign when I'm not. And I'll correct that later on. That's BRB for now. Ryan Paglinawan is like the stream. Maraming salamat, Ryan Paglinawan. Alright, so if you're watching me on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, I'm happy to announce that I am now able to stream at 1080p. I think Facebook has forgiven me for playing the Top Gun theme over and over again on my F-18 missions. It is a right to play that. I refuse to have Facebook take away the only joy that I have getting out of like flying the F-18, specifically when I'm pretending to be like Maverick. A movie I'm excited about. Okay. Taxiing. And that intersection right there up ahead would be, the holding point for runway 25. Man, I'm so glad that I finally fixed the curves on my my rudder pedals. It's much easier to control now. If you are new to the stream, which I think most of you are, based on the new likes and the new shares that I got from the page this week, I would typically play flight simulation games. Recently, I have been hooked on DCS, particularly the F-18 and the A-10. But you could also find me flying X-Plane. I fly commercial airplanes on X-Plane, specifically the Airbuses. Okay, so we're approaching the holding point to 25. A little bit dark for my taste here. Let's fix that later in flight. Okay, then we're going to ask for clearance to take off.
Kudasi, Hog 1-1, request takeoff.
Our holding point is 102 miles away, so it's going to be a long transit. 2976, a firm. Approach is clear. Runway is clear. Let's line up. Flaps are down. APU needs to be off. APU generator off. Alright.
Rolling. Hawk 1-1. Unable to clear for takeoff.
Let's start our takeoff roll here.
Hawk 1-1. Unable to clear for takeoff.
Knots. Disengaged nose wheel steering. We're going to rotate at around 150.
Hawk 1-1. Unable to clear for takeoff.
And rotate. Let's do it gradually so I can maintain some speed.
Hawk 1-1. Unable to clear for takeoff.
Positive rate of climb. Gears up. Silence that alarm. And we're going to make our turn as soon as we clear the end of the runway. And we're good. We're going to make our left climbing turn to waypoint number 1.
Enterprise wheels up. Reference waypoint 1, Angels 1-8.
Okay, so A-Firm, we are going to climb to Angels 18 on our way to waypoint number 1.
4 copies.
So our holding point is 99 miles away. That's going to be our holding point for the area of operations while we wait for the rest of the assault forces to muster. So like I said earlier, Tbilisi is a good hop away from Kutaisi. Okay, so gradual climb here. I'm gonna throttle back a little bit here so I could wait for my my flight to get information with me. I'm gonna aim for 200 knots, switching to path hold, and engaging autopilot. There we go, we're configured. Okay. Flight formation. I want finger 4 formation.
Flight. Go finger 4.
Let's set up our lighting here. Formation lights are good level. Auxiliary instruments, flight instruments, console. Perfect. Okay. Climbing, we're now at Angels 4. So it looks like everyone's wheels up. We're just going to continue this, continue navigating this course line until we hit that holding point, which is currently 98 nautical miles away. Throttle up a little bit here, but I can take my time. I could pitch down a little bit, so I don't have to strain my engines because I want to make sure that there is no need for me to refuel. Although I'm sure, the Air Force is going to be dispatching a couple of KC-135s for refueling options. But I'd rather not. It's really not fun to refuel or do mid-air refueling. The good news is there's a lot of alternate landing areas, or I would say airfields in the region that are friendly, so we can do that probably. So just waiting for the flight to catch up with me here, then I could probably speed up to around 250 knots. Still engaging a path hold here. Let me just pin a couple of things on my knee board right here. So this is going to be our flight plan. So we are going to be approaching the holding point right here from Kutaisi, and then our area of operations is near the Tbilisi airport in Georgia. So we're going to be hitting waypoint number 2, engaging a target-rich environment, I would hope. And after that, we are going to be RTB to Kutaisi, another 99-mile hop, back to base. So you're going to be with me for quite some time, guys. So this is going to be one of those longer missions. So I'm going to pin that, and also need to pin my chart for Kutaisi, which I should already do at the beginning of the mission, honestly. So Kutaisi, and okay, this is it. Pin that. Okay, we're good to go. I didn't miss anything on this. Didn't miss anything on this startup procedure, so that's good. 209 knots. We're currently at Angels 9. Beautiful weather, early morning in the Caucasus region. We'll slow down a little bit more for these guys to catch up. Well, we do have a long way to go, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Dominic Kiban has liked the stream. Thank you so much. Okay. Currently at 185 knots, so let me throttle down a little bit here and pitch down a little bit. A little bit more. Gradual climb. Anthony Bradshaw has liked the stream. How are you doing, Anthony? Hope you're doing well. Alright, HMCS, I need to increase the brightness on this one. 100% brightness, okay. Man, I love the HMCS. I mean, if you played the original Warthog, the A-10, the original A-10 that came, or that became available for what do you call this, for DCS, it didn't come with an HMCS or a helmet-mounted cooling system. This thing, man, has improved my workflow on the Warthog so much. I could identify targets here and put them as a sensor point of interest. Look left, look up. It's amazing. I love it. So that justifies the upgrade to the Warthog 2. Let's look at our TAD here. So we're currently in Kali. We're still headed east to Tbilisi. Our goal is to hit Angels 18 or 18,000 feet. And I'm just looking at my flight right here, and they are behind me. I'm gonna order them to do a close formation. F9.
Flight.
Okay.
Close formation.
2, copy.
I'm gonna be Armstrong around 10 miles away from the holding point, which means I'm gonna engage Master Arm. Devin Stelzig is like the stream. Thank you so much, Devin. Surprisingly, Whiplash hasn't given me any briefings yet. That guy typically gives me briefings en route. I guess they're catching up. I can now speed up to a little bit more here, 200 knots. We're currently 82 miles away from the holding point. We're going to be anchoring at that position, while the rest of the elements for this assault get into position. Here's the briefing.
Whiplash 1, continuing mission brief. The situation at Tbilisi Airport has become deadly. Intel estimates 75 to 100 Aldoran extremists are present at the airport. The terrorists have encircled the interior perimeter of the airport with armored vehicles, planted explosives throughout the terminal buildings, and have approximately 260 hostages. Break. The terrorists are demanding the U.S. release all prisoners from the
Warning,
TIF at
autopilot.
SUS, where they will kill one hostage an hour. That was 3 hours ago, and we now have 3 dead hostages. We're at a severe disadvantage on this mission. We have limited resources in eastern Georgia. The enemy has armor, explosives, line of sight in all directions, and they aren't afraid to detonate suicide vests and explosives for their cause. Break. Georgian government officials have authorized Russian Spetsnaz to participate in the rescue operation. At 2000 hours earlier tonight, 2 teams of Russian Spetsnaz Alpha Group members and 2 teams of 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta Force members, call sign Cowboy, snuck through the enemy perimeter at the airport and are concealed in 4 passenger train cars northeast of the terminal buildings within 100 meters of Terminal Delta, standing by for mission launch. Break. We have 2 platoons of Georgian Special Forces
Wow, everyone's on it.
and British Special Air Service members, call sign Lone Star, in 2 C-17s 30 clicks from Tbilisi, orbiting, awaiting a halo drop onto the airport tarmac. I got a lot more to brief on the mission, but continue on your flight path, and I will contact you shortly with updated information. Whiplash 1 out.
Keith Ellis asks me, what mission are you on? So this is part of the Piercing Fury campaign, which is, I would say, reworked for the A-10 too, Keith. And this particular mission is called Juggernaut. So in this mission, an airport was seized by extremists. And if you listen to that mission briefing, it's actually pretty funny. So everyone's on it. So we have the Delta Force already in the premises. They apparently hid themselves in some train cars and are ready to attack. We have the British SAS preparing to drop from C-17s in the area. And they said that they're going to be doing a halo drop, which is or a halo jump, which is a high altitude, low opening shoot, I guess, maneuver. And then we have us as the main close air support unit. So I don't know who wrote this mission, but man, this mission is probably like the wet dream of like any like military special operations writer. Did Tom Clancy write this? It sounds like it. Okay, we are at Angels 18 now, so I am going to do a path and altitude hold at this point, so we can level off. All right, guys. Pretty interesting mission. So let's look at the other aircraft that we have a good view of. So this is us. Specifically, this is me. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. And then we have a C-17. This is where the SAS, or the Special Air Service, is going to be doing a halo jump from. And we have another C-17. I'm not sure who's in this, but most likely Whiplash will tell us all about it. So it looks like they're in a holding pattern, close to, the AO as well. And we have a KC-135 tanker, which I am hoping I don't have to use, because if you think refueling on an F-18 with a basket probe is hard, wait till you use this boom. This boom is annoying. It's super short, number one, and the positioning and the precision that you need to have is crazy. So I'd rather not. It looks like we're going to also have Apaches as part of the assault. I can't wait for DCS to finally release the Apache module. I am going to be one of the first people who will buy that. I don't know anything about helicopters, but I'll learn it, man. This is one of my favorite aircraft. Yeah, looks like we have 4X Apaches. But yeah, it's a pretty complex mission that will require a lot of coordination. So Whiplash will tell us more. So let me just steer correct my course line here a little bit. For some reason, I think Tbilisi is in northern Africa, said Lars Hansen. It kind of sounds like it, doesn't it? It kind of sounds like it's a city that's going to be in Africa. But that just shows you how ignorant we are. Yeah. All right. Okay, strong arm. Master arm 1. Can you solo the Apache, or do you need a gunner? Nah, man, you can solo it, of course. The F-14 also has... it's a 2-seat variant, right? If you watch Top Gun, you know what I'm talking about. Goose was the Rio, or the radar intercept officer. And you have Jester as part of the module in DCS. So you can command him to do the Rio stuff, and you do the flying. Or you can do the other way around, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. More briefing.
Continuing mission brief, we have command elements set up at southwest of Tbilisi. Once the rescue operation begins, members of the 75th Rangers Battalion, call sign Panther, will begin pushing from Sogalug to Tbilisi in 9 IFVs. Break. In addition, members of the 21st Rescue Squadron, USAF combat controllers, and additional Georgian Special Forces Brigade members,
everyone's here. What a party.
Will air assault via 4 Mi-8s to the airport tarmac. Break. Once Lone Star's boots on the ground, Cowboy will assault Charlie and Bravo terminals. In addition, 4 Apaches, call sign Reaper 1, are on standby 25 clicks southwest of Tbilisi, awaiting the assault. They will be cleared hot on armored targets at Tbilisi once the assault begins. All units will be on hold, awaiting the rescue operation and assault until Lone Star gives the code word Juggernaut over the net.
Got it.
Break. Your mission
Juggernaut.
is to take out
That's why it's
approximately
named
20
Juggernaut.
enemy armor units at Vaziani Air Base, which we believe will attempt to reinforce Tbilisi enemy units once the assault begins. We can't let those armor units get to Tbilisi, or the entire operation will be compromised. You are not cleared to engage enemy units until Juggernaut is announced over the net. Once the main enemy forces at Tbilisi are neutralized, friendly forces will launch illumination rounds over Tbilisi and the major avenues of approach from Vaziani to Tbilisi to assist friendly forces with the target identification. Break. I have Texaco 1-1 on station in the AO for aerial refueling.
Screw Texaco, man. I don't want to use
Texaco.
Texaco.
Get eyes on armored targets at Vaziani, but hold fire until Juggernaut is announced. Refer to your mission briefing and supporting documentation for additional information on the mission. Good luck, and God willing, we can save these hostages. Whiplash 1 out.
Roger that. So it looks like we're going to be holding on the holding point, which is now 50 miles away. We're pretty close. It looks like everyone's jumping into this party. So we have Russian Spetsnaz as well, in a show of solidarity against terrorism, are going to be dropping in as well on Mi-8s. Looks like Georgian Special Forces are also there. We have 75th Rangers going to be securing the perimeter, which is actually part of what they do, right? They're part of Airfield Seizure like operations most of the time. So yeah, dude, it's a multi-branch, multi-country endeavor. And again, I swear to God, this sounds like it's written by Tom Clancy. In the end of this mission, a rogue CIA agent is most likely funding those extremists. That's how typical Tom Clancy, lore goes. Anyways, 47 miles away to the holding point, and we are to wait the code word Juggernaut before we start engaging. And apparently, we are not going to be involved in the airfield the airfield clearing operations or the airport clearing operations. What we're going to be doing is that we are going to be sort of like be the barrier between that main assault force and Vaziani Airport or Airbase, which is close to Tbilisi. They believe that there are 20.
Got orders back to Osan today. 20 days in a wake.
What do you call this? 20 armored vehicles that we need to stop from approaching the area of operations.
Are you taking recon leave back to the States when you get back to Osan?
I'm getting some trim issues here.
Yeah, man, definitely. Gonna take 2 weeks to go see the family, relax, and forget about the war for a few.
Flight. Go
Roger
figure
that.
4.
Sounds like a plan. Probably do the same. We'll have the family come over to Korea and take some leave. You know that Naomi and I,
They're too far from me for some reason.
My first opponent there. I was only fitting since we're both in the Air Force and gun home.
Check the Maverick really quickly. Okay, that's good. Maverick's already good.
Nah, man,
Back to
didn't know
tank.
that. I haven't been there. We need to go before we both PCS at Osan.
Sure thing. But a part of me doesn't want to leave AO to check out the Ace of Spades. Abu Muhammad Zahari. That clown has caused so much death and destruction all over the world. I would love the chance to put some 30 mic into him.
Lars Hansen said, would make sense if they give you an AI gunner for the Apache if you're playing solo. Yeah, dude. But wouldn't you want to be the gunner? I would rather have like a pilot be the AI.
That's where he's probably hiding.
Yeah, but the noose is tightening in the Middle East. You have captured some of his top lieutenants.
We are Tiger and fuel. We have 9,700 pounds. That's pretty good.
Baghdadi a few weeks ago.
If we clear this out for quickly, we wouldn't need to refuel. I really don't want to refuel, honestly.
I don't know, bro. Everyone thought Osama was hiding in some cave in Afghanistan, strapped to a dialysis machine. And then we found him a few miles from Pakistan's West Point Academy. These guys know how to cook the trap.
Let me change my position flash to
Yeah, I know. But what if
steady.
we get back to Osan and find out the Flash 1's boys took him out? Thinking that would eat me up.
Break. This
Okay,
is
more
Whiplash
briefings?
1. Sorry to eavesdrop, fellas, but did I hear you say Whiplash 1's boys? You crazy bastards have been adopted into the Special Forces community like it or
Okay.
not. I see the respect you guys get
Pilot
at the
chatter.
channel by my teams, and that doesn't come easy, believe me. After all the shit you've been through over the past 6 months, you've earned it.
Aw, Whiplash.
You're part of us now. You should rephrase that statement from Whiplash's boys to your brothers. Hell, I can make a phone call to the United States Special Operations Command and get you boys a fresh set of orders for another 180 days in the AO if that's what you want. But on a serious note, believe me, no one wants Zeri more than me. I was born in Richmond, Virginia.
This mission could do
That
without
attack
this
changed
chatter,
the entire
honestly. I mean,
community,
the briefings are
the
fine.
United States and the world forever.
Alright,
Scours had killed many of my boys.
I got
throughout
it.
the war.
America.
It's
Yeah,
more
you
than
know.
just a military operation to find him and take him out. It's personal.
We're saving the day. I get it.
If he's in country, we will find him.
For brotherhood.
With every raid, interrogation, sweep, and clear
Honor.
operation, we get
Valor.
one step closer. And
I get
think
it.
we're damn close. Just hope you boys
Cheese
are
ball
country
factor
long enough to
9,000.
be part of it.
Absolutely.
Well, I need to get back to the talk. Stay safe out there. Whiplash 1 out.
And you should stay there, Whiplash. Let us do our job.
Damn, man, that was pretty deep. Yes, the old colonel has us offside.
So Whiplash is the ground commander for Special
Yeah,
Forces.
man, he's a legend. He declined 2 promotions so he can stay operational with his boys.
That backstory is so cheesy.
No, he's still certified.
So he declined some promotions so he could be,
The colonel's
you
been
know,
in the air and on the ground. on some of
in the front
greatest
lines, I guess.
missions most people don't even know about.
there's always that one character.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss the old flag.
Oh man, do I
I'm
not
sure
have
I'll
a
pass
map?
across again someday.
That's insane. So,
They better. You
Is that
don't
a
meet many
bug?
people like that in your lifetime.
alrighty, whatever. Whatever, Whiplash. Anyway,
Amen, brother.
we are 27 mics away from, not 27 mics, or 27 miles away from the holding point, which is marked as 1 on our tag. It's also labeled conveniently as hold. And it's somewhere here. Okay, so these guys don't want to fly formation with me for some reason. They have their own clique going on. Whatever. We're going to be catching up with each other anyway as soon as we hit the holding point. Tactical problems here. I see scattered clouds in the region. So if Vaziani or Tbilisi airport falls under like a spot of clouds that's thick, or too thick for my my TGP to penetrate or my lasers to penetrate, I would be having target acquisition and target accuracy issues. Thank you for that person who liked the stream. I didn't catch your name. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. So, looks like we have 20 armored vehicles spotted, near the vicinity of Tbilisi in Vazyani Air Force Base. This should be plenty enough, to take care of those dudes. Honestly, I don't know why they need to send 4 hogs in a mission like this. Yeah, I have 2 CB-105s that should take care of like immediately at least 5 if I drop them correctly. I have laser JDAMs. I have 7 APWKS and 2 Mavericks, and of course I don't. I'm not even including the scalpel of this aircraft. It's the GAU-8 Avenger. So yeah, man, plenty of firepower. Let me disconnect autopilot for a bit and do some course corrections here. 19 miles away. Tiger and fuel, 9,500 pounds. That should be plenty enough to get us back to Kutaisi. Depending on what happens, obviously, but these things are never straightforward. Preparing my TGP now. Okay. Okay, it works. I'm going to try to gain visibility of Vazyani. I don't know where it is, but I'm pretty sure we can find it. We are currently 17 miles away to the holding point. Again, we are going to be anchoring in that position, and after, I would say several minutes, the rest of the elements of this assault would be in position to commence. No major cities here, but Tbilisi would be densely populated, I would say. We are 14 miles away, so we're close. Check out other aircraft in the area. C-17, another C-17, KC-135, Apaches on standby. This guy is dangerously close to electrical lines. I hope he knows what he's doing. Yep. Pretty good assortment of CAS aircraft there. Do you trust pilot AI though, said Lars Hansen. Not on this game, apparently. Unfortunately. You've seen my AI wingman crash into me pretty routinely in this game. So, absolutely not. Anyways, guys, 10 miles to target. We are 9.2 miles to target.
Contact, armored target, 11 o'clock.
2 already has contact at 11 o'clock, so it's most likely in that area right there. Or right here. Right here, actually. Man, this cloud cover is going to suck. Okay, let's recenter all of our cursors here. We are 7 miles away to holding point. We're going to hold until Juggernaut. Checking in from Kentucky. Hey, Josh Young. Finally, you caught me at the beginning of my stream, man. How's it going? We're flying an A-10 right now. I'm going to rename the stream. I know, I messed up. This is an F-18. This is obviously not an F-18. This is an A-10. But dudes, seriously, Lightning Targeting Pod is OP. It's APAF, that's what the kids would say. Look at how amazing that thing is. Look, see how crazy that is. See, rotates. See.
Contact, armored target, 11 o'clock. 6.
And the distance it can cover is insane. I mean, the Navy Hornets also has a version of it called the AT Flare. I use it on precision strike missions, but the A-10 Warthog is the master of this thing. It's amazing.
All units on the net. This is Blade 1-2 and 1-3. They're beginning our ingress to the drop zone over Tbilisi. Keep comms clear. Break. Bomb star will initiate call out once we begin drop countdown. Blade 1-2 out.
Okay, Blade 1-2 is the C-17 that's going to be
Hawk flight, maintain orbit at waypoint 1, hold fire.
initiating the halo drop for the British SAS.
3 copies.
Okay, we're approaching holding point. We're going to do a slow orbit here.
Copies.
Switching to my HUD here. And we're going to maintain an orbit until Juggernaut. There we go. It's a good orbit. Tight orbit. There we go. So they should be able to catch up with me at this point. I see a C-17 there. I would say around Angels 20. So that C-17 is going to be dropping those Who Dares Wins boys on the airport. So let's do our target to Ingress Point Juliet. It's pretty obscured by clouds right now, so I might need to drop below cloud cover. Something I don't like doing, specifically when we're unsure of the composition of the ground forces we're going to be hitting. There might be I don't know. There might be AAA or radar guided AAA, or it's mobile SAM launchers and that kind of thing. Even a T-72 could mess us up really bad if we get close enough to it. That's why when I use the advanced precision kill weapon system, which is this pod right here, it's laser guided, but I can only fire it from 2 miles away. And if I stray within 1 mile of the target, what typically happens is that the T-72 will come in range, and they could mess me up really bad. Stay on Angels 8 here and do a softer loser turn. IP Juliet or Ingress Point Juliet would be 70 miles away. Our goal is to prevent enemy forces from approaching Tbilisi while the ground operations are ongoing. So we're flying a slow orbit here. Where are my wingmen? Did I lose you guys? Oh, there they are. One's right, two's right there. At my 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock-ish. Now the waiting game begins, guys. We're currently orbiting. And we're awaiting for the code word, which is Juggernaut. That's the ingress point right there. Rest of the flight is holding with me here. 2 is a little bit low. Climb back to Angels at 1-8, please. These 2 are okay.
All units on the net, this is Lone Star. Drop 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
Okay, the SAS have dropped from the C-17, and they are going to be doing a high altitude, low opening parachute jump from that C-17 I showed you earlier. If they do it correctly, we might not even be needed. But then again, we need to suppress support or backup from approaching the AO. The Rangers should have a perimeter protection, and there are already Delta people on the ground. So all the spec ops type units are involved in this op. So we're gonna wait for further orders here. Let me do a tighter orbit and climb a little bit because I'm falling close to Angels 1-8. There's another C-17. So we're waiting for the code word, guys. And while we haven't received that yet, that we are going to be flying an anchor or a hold orbit on waypoint number 1, which is the current waypoint we're on. Josh, Rain Sambile, what's your mission? My mission is airfield capture or airport capture. So, a good question because there are probably people who have just joined in as well. Tbilisi Airport in Georgia, one of the biggest airports in the region, has been seized by extremists They have reported 70 tangos in the terminals and the tarmac and in the runways itself, supported by around 20 hostile vehicles. So our support is, our mission is to support the ground assault forces made up of the Special Air Service, Delta Force, 75th Rangers, and some Russian Spetsnaz people, to clear out the threats in that airport, and make sure that they are not impeded by the potential backup that's going to be coming in from a separate airbase called Vaziani, if I remember correctly. Gimbal roll. Stand by on this one.
Contact target 3 o'clock at 18.
3 o'clock at 18. So that's it. That is the airbase. You can see some smoke there. So shit is definitely going down there. I'm waiting for Juggernaut to happen. Jason Crudson has liked the stream. Thank you so much, Jason. Hope you're well. AG. Zayad Khan has liked the stream. Thank you so much, Zayad.
All units, Lone Star boots on the ground. Juggernaut, Juggernaut, Juggernaut.
Alright, we're Juggernaut, guys. Let's go.
Cowboy engaging.
Reaper 1 flight inbound, hot from the west.
So if I remember correctly from my map, Vaziani should be on our 2 o'clock.
Hog flight cleared hot on armor targets at Manzini. Break. They're already moving towards Tbilisi. Take them all out.
You got it, boss.
2 copies.
3 copies.
You're 11 miles away from the ingress point.
4 copies.
Switching to CCIP mode, I'm gonna select my my IR Maverick here. This is always my first choice. So you can see the Tbilisi Air Base right there, and I think I see some tracer fire.
All units on net.
There's definitely some battle going on there.
Resistance to Terminal Alpha. Popping tear gas. Need support from the east flank.
Hey,
Lone Star
from
Cowboy. Pushing one team to Terminal Alpha. Watch the crossfire. Over.
yeah, damn, that's intense tracer fire over there. We're retaking that airport, guys. That's what's gonna happen. But I need to drop below Angels 18 here because I can't see what's going on, honestly. I can't ID any targets so far. That's definitely Tbilisi Airport right there. Vaziani should be on that side over there, I'm pretty sure. We have friendly forces on the ground there, securing the terminals and other buildings. Let me do gun pack here as well, so just in case I need to switch to my 30 mic mics. I don't see anything. What targets do you want me to prioritize, Whiplash? Oh, there you are. I see targets. I got him. Visual on targets. Okay, so let's slew to this location right here. Switch to black hot or white hot. I see a target right there. We're gonna do a point track on this dude. Okay.
All units, this is Cowboy. Watch for explosives. I got 10 or 12 wounded civvies in Terminal Bravo. Detonation of a suicide vest. Break. Blackjack, I need your PJs in here like yesterday. Over. Cowboy, Blackjack, I copy. Inbound at this time. ETA to touchdown, 2 mics. Cowboy,
Looks like we need to disturb the mics now, for now. Oh man! That was a bad idea. That was a terrible idea, dude. Told you this guy's gonna shoot back. Alright. Let's try that again. You know what? Let's switch let's switch to another weapon here. Yeah, there's a lot of them, dude. We'll climb to Angel 6 here. I don't see any radar tracking me, so should be good. Missile launch somewhere there. Deploying flares. Must be a man pad. Let's go 4 miles away. I'm gonna do my run-in again. That was a terrible run-in, honestly. So I probably need to slow down here a little bit. Missile launches happening.
Units on the net. Blackjack is boots on the ground. Moving to CCP locations.
Parajumpers in the area, so that's good. Okay, let's try to cherry pick some targets here.
Blackjack Lone Star. Air traffic control tower has been cleared out. Senior combat controllers up when able. All systems appear operational. Lone Star out. All units on the net. This is Cowboy. Continue sweep and clear ops, but it appears the major resistance at Tbilisi has been neutralized. Break. I want all hostages brought to Terminal Alpha and Bravo. Blackjack, keep eyes on the perimeter. Cowboy, standing by.
Pull up. Pull up.
Whoa! I'm hit. I'm hit. I really need to stick with my long-range weapons here. I'm doing a terrible job at this right now, guys. Let's slew to this location right here and use that as a speed. Those guys can bite back. Honestly, let's mess this guys up now. So let's slew to that location right there. Okay, a target should be acquired at this point. Let me do a climbing turn. And let me specify another target here. Moving into the airfield right there. Okay, so let's turn in on these guys. Let me switch to my APWKS. There we go. I'm more comfortable with this one. Okay, target acquired on this one. I'm gonna do a point track. Point track acquired. Laser active. Target is in sight. Actually, it's not. What the hell am I doing here? Switch to guns again. I missed them. I need to order my squad now to engage. Engage armor. Prioritize that.
Engage armor.
I'm off right now. Maybe you guys could do a better job. I'll just use a Gao 8 here. So I see them there. Yeah, but they shot everything already. Okay, let's try again. Let's do one more sweep here. There's no one else. I think they're...
Running in.
Oh no, I see him. I see him.
4, missile away. 4, missile away.
Good job, Flight. Looks like the contact bomb has been neutralized. Let's open Vinzini till the operation is completed.
Okay, let's do a little pass here. Looks like all the targets have been shot. Most likely ground forces. We were useless in that run.
Break. This is Blackjack 3-6. We got 4 sporadic radar contacts. Angels 2.
Looks like we're taking over the airport.
Tbilisi heading 125 degrees right for us. Break. Contacts appear to be helo signatures traveling at 180 knots. Break. Forces on the northwest perimeter. Keep your eyes peeled. Slam flight of 4 F-15s are 80 clicks out inbound from the west. Break. Hog flight. Can you assist until Slam 1 is on station?
Affirm. So it looks like we have radar contacts. Switching to air-to-air.
Roger that. What's your recommended heading to intercept bandits? Over.
Hog 1, Blackjack 3-6. Fly heading 308, Angels 1.5 to Angels 2, directly over the Tbilisi runway. Should be a direct head-on course to intercept. How copy?
Blackjack 3-6. Hog
308.
Flight is inbound to intercept bandits. Keep your heads down. Hog 1 out.
Okay, so we have
Hog
bandits.
Flight cleared hot on bandits. Take them out ASAP. Hog 1 out.
2 copies.
3 copies.
So heading 308.
copies.
I see them. I got them. We're on intercept course. Looks like those are slow movers. Nope. In fact, those are not slow movers. Those are trees. I'm sucking right now. It's such an off night, honestly. So let's control this area right here. Should be heading 308 is what they said. So we need to keep our eyes peeled. I mean, they wouldn't send me out against an FA like a MiG-29, would they? 'Cause that'd be terrible. I have F-15 signatures inbound, so if we miss this, the F-15 should be able to take care of it. Here's a lake right here. Trying to scan the area here for any bandits.
Hog 1, Blackjack 3-6. Enemy helos are overhead the lake northwest of Tbilisi at this time.
I am over the lake. What are you talking about, man?
All units on the net. Slam 1 flight inbound, hot from the west. Angels 2, 25 clicks to bandits. Watch buddy spikes. Slam 1
Cali
out.
bandit, 12 o'clock.
See it? I see them now. They're over this area right here. It looks like those are helos. Let's flash them. Gun pack safe. The problem with Sidewinders is that it needs to be bore sight. What am I doing? It's not firing. Ah, I missed them. Oh my goodness. They were right there. I pressed the wrong trigger. I'm used to the F-18, with the trigger being the what do you call this? The weapon release solution for a Sidewinder, but I forgot that because this is an A-10, I needed to use what do you call this? The weapon release pickle button. So let's go again. They were right there, dude. Where are they? Now I lost them. What a sucky mission for me today. No, seriously, where are they? Oh my goodness. You know what? Flight engage bandits. We have F-15s in the area now. They're taking care of it. Engage bandits.
Flight. Engage bandits.
Well, I mean, where are they? I can't even see them.
Hog 1, Slam 1. 2 choppers down. 2 remaining bandits flying nap to the earth. Still engaging. Slam 1 out.
So Slam 1 took care of them. Oh, I see them.
3, running in. 3, missile away. Redoing. 3, missile away. 4,
No, he's
running
down.
in.
He's down already.
4, missile away.
Oh my goodness. I have 0 kills.
Units on the net. Slam 1. Enemy bandits neutralized. Airspace appears clear. Slam 1 returning to
So
work.
that's the chopper.
Slam 1 out.
That is the chopper that, 2 shot down, and, some of the F-15 shot him down
Damn.
already.
Guess we found our missing
MI8.
MI8s. Didn't stand a chance. All 4 took a dirt now.
Missile away.
What's up, Abe? How you doing, man? Missile has been fired.
4, engaging bandits. 4, running in. 3, running in. 4, rounds on target.
Rounds on target.
Engaging bandits. 4, rejoin.
Okay.
3, running in.
All units on the net. This is Cowboy. Tbilisi is secure. I say again. Tbilisi is secure.
Tbilisi is secure.
Sweeping for IEDs and enemy stragglers, but hostages are secure. Break. Sit rep. 1 coalition KIA, 7 coalition wounded, 7 hostages KIA, 228 total hostages rescued, 26 wounded hostages, approximately 86 EKIA, but we're going to continue sweeping and wait for additional follow-on forces. Ground forces, stay frosty, but great job, mission success. Break. CAS flights, Tango for the assistance, but you are cleared to RTB.
That's it.
Cowboy out.
I didn't get to fire a single, I wasn't able to drop a single ordnance. Oh my goodness.
Flight Whiplash 1. Great job. We saved a lot of people in this mission with minimal casualties. You hogs were part of history tonight. This is the first joint Special Forces operation involving U.S., British, Georgian, and Russian forces. Ain't too shabby. Goes to show the heart of a shadow warrior, no matter what language they speak, or cultural differences we may have, we'll have one goal. Take out the tangos and complete the mission.
That is
Period.
totally
You hogs RTB to
my-
Kutasi. If you need gas, contact Texaco
My
11
work,
for
guys.
aerial refuel. On a side note, this might have been your last combat sortie in the AO before you head back to
a
Osan.
Tiger and fuel,
You
8,000
hogs have done us
pounds.
proud. See you in the debrief. Whiplash 1 out.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't able to shack any targets this mission. And that was a target-rich environment. I got shot at. Good thing my wingmen were pretty good this mission. But it does look like we're gonna need 2 RTB now. This is Tbilisi. And it looks like coalition forces are on the ground now. No, this is Tbilisi. That's Vaziani. So let's just do a quick pass here before returning to Kutasi. Yep. Airport is on fire. But we have boots on the ground. Numerous, vehicles shacked. None of them my work, or none of them I'm responsible for. Okay, but Tbilisi Airport has been reclaimed.
Altitude, altitude.
Looks like we have ground forces securing the area. We have some helicopters in the area as well. Alrighty. So it looks like we're going home. Okay. Alright, guys, so we're RTB. We're gonna actually, let me turn this music off. We're gonna make the long track back to Kutasi with me not having any kills. That's insane. Whatever. Guess let's begin our preparations there. Hold on one second. Let me just establish level flight here. I don't have to fly to Angels 18 anymore. We'll probably fly to around Angels 10. Changing my CDU on my right MFD. Well, the mission is complete. It's just I wasn't able to shack anything, which was pretty funny for a target-rich environment involving an A-10, specifically ground targets. And this is the latter parts of the campaign. There wasn't really a lot of opportunity. I mean, once those vehicles left Vazyani towards Tbilisi, short work was made out of them by either the flight or the ground forces there. So anyway, function 2 nav divert Kutaisi. Oh, no Kutaisi yet here. So let's see. Nope, not yet. So I will have to. We will have to. No, there's no. No, not yet. So I will have to follow the course line. So we're just going to path hold here and climb to Angels 10 or 11 here. Let's set up our TACAN information for our way back. So we have 44X on the TACAN. So let me set this up for transmit and receive. And the most likely runway we're going to be landing on is runway 25. But the problem with landing 25 is this: it does not have an ILS signal. Only runway 07 has an ILS. So I'm going to leave that out for now, but I'm going to check the course line for 25, which is 248, and I'll set that up right here. Okay, here we go. Altitude hold now. And we're going to make the long hop back to Kutaisi. Path and altitude hold. Here we go. Wingman by my side. I have a note. What's that about? Check EO time, which means my Mavericks. So I need to disable Mavericks now because I will overheat. Powering them off. I wasn't able to fire it. I had the perfect opportunity to fire it earlier, but I was too close. On a moving target, the IR sensor isn't locking as well, so. That kind of sucks. Anyway. Thank you so much for joining me on this mission, guys. I mean, again, this is my last stream for the week. Honestly, that mission was a little bit of a snorefest, specifically because I had to travel all the way to Tbilisi, from Kutaisi, only to be presented with just a handful of targets. I mean, there were 20, sure. There were 20 armored vehicles. But at the same time, there were numerous ground forces that were engaging them anyway. I mean, this CAS mission is redundant, but I guess that's what military operations are all about. I was also, and this is a video I'm going to be learning from. I mistakenly pushed the trigger, which is what I'm pointing to on the lower right hand of the side of the screen, when I meant to press the pickle button, which is this red button on the top of my what do you call this? My stick right here. The reason for that being is I'm context switching. So on what do you call this? On an F-18, typically you would engage air-to-air targets with a trigger squeeze, right? But on an A-10, you press the weapon release button. I have a Spike. Oh, that's an F-15, but why is that F-15 being tagged as hostile? Is there a twist to this mission? Are those F-15s gonna engage us? Because that's literally unwinnable. You were moral support, said Lars Hansen. Yeah. I would even go ahead and say my command presence led to mission success. And remember what Sun Tzu said. The best leaders don't have to fire a single shot to win a war. Actually, I don't think Sun Tzu said that. Michael Scott probably did. I don't know. I'm just making that up to make myself feel better. Okay, 96 miles away. I'm gonna go a little bit faster here because I honestly can afford the fuel. I have 7,400 pounds, so we're good. We don't need ILS, we're good. Fence out now, master arm off, unpack safe, laser off, PGP off. Okay, so we're 92 miles away from home. So as far as like my weapons would go, I still have 1010 30 mic mics on my Gout 8 Avenger, which means I probably squeeze the trigger for less than 6 seconds in total. All my weapons are intact. My CB-105s on both pylons, GB-54s on the both stations. But my Mavericks are untouched. As opposed to this guy right here, acting like it's all cool and stuff, he has fired both Mavericks, it looks like. This guy right here, yeah, this guy right here fired a Maverick. Yeah, because there's an empty station as well. I didn't get to fire my weapon, sir. Are you a coward? That's probably gonna be the discussion. No, I confused the trigger and the weapon release button, sir. Give me your badge and gun. You're off the force. Okay. We are 86 miles away. Not too far. Hey, wait a minute. Am I losing a hog? There's only 3 of us, dude. Oh no, there's one guy behind us. Okay, that scared me. That's another explanation I would need to come up with. Switch to day mode here. But seriously, man, those... How do you say it? I mean, those helos were right there. Literally, I mean, they're like so close. I could have fired the Sidewinder and got like, that rare air-to-air kill for a hog. That almost never happens in this campaign. I could have fired these babies. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so that just becomes an X-plane kind of leg where I need to land an aircraft on a runway, and that's it. The exciting part is done. Unless there's a twist, you never know. Whiplash might say, "Guys, I've been kidnapped by Nazis." Hog flight. I've been kidnapped by Nazis. Here are my MGRS coordinates because I always have my map with me. Who knows? Who knows what happens, man? I don't know with these missions. We're supposed to be RTB, but that was honestly a short engagement. Either that was a super efficient military or well-coordinated military operation, or this is a poorly designed mission. It's either of the two, man, honestly. What is that? F-15s. Man, leave us alone! Yep, even the C-17 is back at base. They did their job. Or they did something. So this is the other C-17, also parked in this air base right here. So I should be feeling about as useless as this KC-135. Because he wasn't needed. Nobody needed to refuel, honestly, because that was executed so quickly and efficiently. Look at this F-15 right here. This was, you know, the F-15 that, you know, shacked 2 kilos. Well, overkill, if you ask me. Fired off 2 sidewinders, apparently, because this rail is missing a sidewinder, this rail is missing a sidewinder, too. So they sent 3 F-15s in the area? Insane. Alright, we're 68 miles away from Kotasi. At around 20 miles, I'm gonna ask my my flight to anchor, so they don't interfere in my landing as they always do. Let me correct my course here because I'm off. If you can see here, I need to be approaching this from 248. Heading 248. Fix my trim as well, because there's nothing else for me to do unless there's a twist. Alright guys, I'm back home, intercepting this course line right here. Then we're going to be heading back to Kotasi, switching back to TAD, checking things out here. My information with my voice right here. Yeah, and thank you so much for joining me on this stream, guys. I really appreciate it. This was one of those successful missions where you feel like you have no contribution whatsoever. I'm surprised because a lot of the missions on this campaign is pretty hard, honestly. So if you watch me play the A-10 missions on this campaign, they were all pretty hard, man. Honestly, specifically the cast type missions. So 58 miles away from Kotasi now. Actually, this is 51. I'm gonna divert now. There we go. Actually, 51 miles. Sorry, 57 miles. 51 is the waypoint number. This thing could get a little bit confusing. There we go, we're flying in formation now. Well, I guess that's one way to win this mission. Just fly over to AO and make sure that you don't get shot. I mean, I did get shot a couple of times. I'm pretty sure I have holes somewhere. Oh my god, my landing here. Let me check my landing here somewhere. Yep, still good. If you remember from my past missions, when your landing gear, gets shot for whatever reason, you're not gonna be able to land this thing properly. It's gonna be a disaster. And I already crashed on my last mission because I wasn't paying attention on my taxi after successfully landing it, by the way. Currently 52 miles away. Still hoping there's a twist here because this mission was, or has a really long transit time. It's annoying, man. I don't want to go all the way out to Tbilisi, you know, to be involved in like a 5-minute firefight. Okay, so
Warning, autopilot.
disengaging autopilot now. Let's get back on course. And let's dive a little bit here. Right around Angel 7. We are 48 miles away, so we're pretty close. Angels 8. Okay, re-engaging autopilot. So Kutaisi should be just right there. Oh, near that horizon over there before the beach right there. So there's an instruction to check for sand footprints, which means that, come on, shit has to go down, right?
Center 9, Hog 1, by the 4010, we're starting up at Kutaisi. What's the status of the sand footprints at Kutaisi, sir?
We're not starting up, we're returning to Kutaisi.
Hog 1, Defender 9. Footprints are being posted at this time. Give us 5 mics for a sit rep. Defender 9 out.
Defender 9, Hog 1, roger that. Stand by for sit rep. Hog 1 out.
38 miles away. Let me dive a little bit more. So I don't see any terrain anymore, so I could probably... So my approach should be at course 248. We're heading 248. So I need to travel this direction first, probably. $35 miles away from Kutaisi. Getting closer here. Throttle up a little bit. Seriously, shit's still gonna go down? Do I need to do another one of those radio calls? Press Sam footprints.
Center 9, Hog 1, you're inbound to Kutaisi. All the footprints looking over.
Hog 1, Defender 9. Footprints posted. Katasi AO swept and secure. We'll stay on the net if anything changes.
No, nothing's happening.
Defender 9
Area
out.
secure. So let's call inbound now to Kotasi. If that's really the mission.
Kutasi.
I should have just played X-Plane tonight, man.
Inbound.
I wasn't able to blow anything up. That's not fun.
Warning, autopilot.
Roger, 269. There we go. We're good. 26 miles away to Kotasi. I'm just waiting for us to intercept the course line, and then we're going to turn in for final. $23 miles away in Kotasi. Kotasi's right there. Would be funny if a manpad shoots me down right now. I would rage quit so bad. $21 miles away. Miles away. Are those F-15s still on me? Okay, yeah they are. 20 miles away. $19 miles away. So Kotasi's right there. To my 10 o'clock currently.
Defender 9, Hog 1. Hang up for the information. You guys stay safe out there. Hog 1 out.
We're about to intercept the course line, which is good. Okay, so the needle's moving, centering. I'm gonna order these guys to anchor at this point so I could proceed with landing. That's a DCS bug where these guys typically would ram right into me. Flight, navigation, anchor here.
Flight, anchor here.
There you go. Okay, hold there. Then you can land after I do. Okay, so let's start configuring for landing. Speed brakes up. Gears down. Sound set alarm. Turn off music. Throttle down. And trim down. Throttle down some more.
Warning, autopilot.
And engage my speed brakes. Trim, adjusting. So what we need to watch for is this angle of attack indicator right here. It needs to be just like a circle. It's a broken circle. Turning in for final. There's Kotasi. We are 13 miles away. Alright, it's back in the middle of the course line, which is good. Runway in sight. So we are trimmed. Let's aim for that runway threshold right there. To put my feet on my rudders now. I can usually get away without using rudder pedals on DCS, honestly. Throttle down. You're 8 miles away. Add some wind. Six miles away. So it looks like shit isn't going down anyway, anymore.
Cleared for visual. Contact tower. Kutasi. Hog. 1-1. Request landing.
Adjustments to trim here. Okay, just flying the needles here.
Altitude, altitude.
Hawk 1-1. Kutaisi, check landing gear. Runway 25.
Speed brakes up. Also steering. Flaps up. Okay, mission complete. I didn't have to do anything. That's pretty cool. Retract my speed brakes. Okay, so I could probably exit on this intersection right here. Making sure to this time pay attention. Okay, taxi to parking area. That was a pretty boring mission, honestly. It's the first boring mission I've had on the Piercing Fury campaign, I would say. Thank you for sticking through that, guys. That's a pretty awful, boring mission. But then again, I probably made it boring because I missed a couple of run-ins. And if I didn't, I probably would have shacked a couple of interesting, valuable targets as well. Okay. Speed brakes, emergency brakes. CDU off. UGI off. MFD off. Laser off. CIC off. JTRS off. IFCC off. No, these are all good. I just need to turn off the main. There we go. Off. Right engine off. Left engine off. Countermeasure suite off, inverter off, and finally battery power off, and canopy open. Okay, that's good. And then we are going to deploy our ladder. Alright, so we're successfully back at base. All our munitions are, attached still. We didn't drop a single munition. We did fire our GAU-8 Avenger. We did fire 600 rounds of it. We didn't shack, or we weren't responsible for destroying any ground targets. It's a pretty boring mission, dudes. I swear to God. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna, hop back into the cockpit of an FA-18, but then just want to mention that this is, if you're wondering, this is the Piercing Fury campaign. This is a mission called Juggernaut. What we were tasked with was to head over to Tbilisi, where a ground operation was happening, to take back Tbilisi Airport, which was taken by insurgents. And we were able to destroy, as a team, as a coalition, 20 enemy vehicles, 70 tangos holding hostages in each of the terminals. There's one coalition KIA, 17 wounded, I believe, but all hostages are safe, and the threat is contained. So that's good. Mission accomplished without us having to or needing to destroy any target. We just made the long flight to Tbilisi, and made it back in one piece and with all our ordnance intact. That's a win still. It's a boring win, but it's a win. Again, thank you so much for joining me. And if you are new to the stream, again, my name is Mike, or Flight Sim. I typically play flight simulation games, specifically DCS and X-Plane. I'm currently hooked on DCS, and I'm currently trying to be more proficient on the F-18 and the A-10. So those are the platforms you usually see me playing. Thank you so much for sticking through this pretty boring mission, honestly. I'm gonna try and play the second part of this mission, because I did see there's a Juggernaut part 2 in DCS, and hopefully I can stream that. Again, thank you so much, and have a great rest of the week wherever you guys are, and hopefully I can see you guys again on the next stream. I promise to be a little bit more interesting than this mission. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of the day or night, depending on where you are. Peace out, and I'm going to be now ending the stream. Thank you again, and